And now, the Grandstand and PD's most watched sportscast with sports director Rich Chrampanis on Wpde News Channel 15.
Welcome back to the Night Beat. Of course, our top story tonight is the severe weather. Stick it right here to Wpde News Channel 15's Night Beat. Ed Piotrowski continues to work on the storm, monitoring every step of the way. We've got crews out there right now. And just for this few minutes here, we're going to take a break. I know some people might be scared out there. It's going to be okay. We're going to take a step back from the storm for a minute and get to the world of sports, and then we'll get back to full coverage of this big story here in the PD and the Grand Strand. We'll start with the South Carolina baseball team, who gets set to begin the quest for Omaha tomorrow at Sarge Fry Field. It'll be South Carolina and Liberty. Here's a scouting report on the Flames. You remember, Liberty won the Big South tournament last week at Coastal Federal Field right here in Myrtle Beach, and they have an upset win over Clemson. In addition to being a dangerous squad, Ray Tanner is well aware of that, as well as Peter Bauer.
Well, you just come out, it was good to get that number 1 seed overall, because now, just playing for the chance to go to Omaha right now, and coming out, Liberty's a good team, no doubt, because they made the field of 64, and Wake Forest is in our bracket too, and we got to worry about them. And Seton Hall is a good team, so we're just coming out. We're just going to try to play well this next weekend, and hopefully, we can get by Liberty and go from there.
Coach, a great team. They beat Clemson a couple weeks ago, and they've really played well down the stretch. So we got a tough draw in the first round.
No question about it. South Carolina taking on Liberty tomorrow night at 7. The other regional in the Palmetto State, Clemson, hosting Middle Tennessee State. That game's at 7 o'clock. Coverage is all weekend long right here on Wpde News Channel 15. If Clemson and South Carolina can take care of business, they'll move on to super regional play, where in all likelihood they'll get home field advantage once again. Remember, the top 8 teams go to the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. Let's move on to the majors now. The Braves looking to take 2 out of 3 from the Milwaukee Brewers. We go to the land of Schatz Brewery, Happy Days, Pinky Tuscadero, etc., etc. Chipper Jones sitting out with a sprained right big toe. It always hurts. Andres Galarraga, 6 RBI last night. Let's add a solo homer to the bunch. See ya. Mr. Rawlings has left the building. The big cat with a solo home run, number 12. Terry Mulholland helping his own cause with the stick. Reggie Sanders from Florence. Nice to see him off the DL. He scores. Mulholland with a double. 4-2 game. Javi Lopez straight up the gut. 2 more runs come in to score. The Braves, impressive this afternoon, give the win to Terry Mulholland. The save to John Rocker, 7-3. The Braves top the Brew Crew. Tonight at the Florence Civic Center, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes held its 2nd annual banquet. You may remember last year Bobby Bowden was the keynote speaker. This time around, among the keynote speakers was a former Gamecock All-American and Washington Redskin, Brad Edwards.
It was about bringing people together and unifying people, and that's what these meetings do, is they get people to come together to meet and experience, and it gives them an idea or a picture for just a brief moment of the scope of people that are involved.
So there's Brad Edwards speaking tonight in Florence at the Civic Center. A couple of scores to pass along to the NBA playoffs. The Indiana Pacers, an 88-84 win over the Knicks. They lead the best-of-7 series in the Eastern Conference Final, 2-0. And we have a pair of Game 7s in the Stanley Cup semifinals. Colorado, a 2-1 win over Dallas tonight. They'll head back to Dallas for a decisive Game 7. That's on Saturday night. Tomorrow night, the Devils and Flyers square off in a decisive Game 7 in the city of brotherly love. And finally tonight, what's scarier than severe weather in our area? That's right. What happens if I hit the links and we have it on tape? Woo! Well, here we go. Our debut of On the Green. Mike Deneau and I go toe-to-toe at the Country Club of South Carolina.
Well, today you guys are going to be tackling the most difficult hole in the golf course. It's 476 yards, dog-legging left around a good-sized lake. You've got a lot of rough left and right, hitting into a well-bunkered green, a little bit elevated above you in the fairway.
All right turn.
Keep it a little left of where Rich just hit. This match is about even so far.
It's a familiar scene, I think, every Thursday. In the woods, trying to find my ball. Don't hit that bird.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're out.
You got problems.
A very familiar sight right here.
Yes.
Rich Reagan.
In the end, before a capacity crowd, it came down to who was best with the putter.
Not bad. Got the speed right.
Oh, all of a sudden. All of a sudden.
Chrampanis.
We may be the two worst golfers in the history of this hole.
That's a good 8.
He missed it! He missed it!
The agony of defeat. I think the best thing I can say is to your boss that obviously you're working hard.
And that certainly holds true tonight.
And obviously not on the course.
That's right.
Is what he means.
Exactly. We need to play a little more hooky and play a little more golf. But every Thursday we'll have this great segment. We're going to go to different golf courses. And, you know, if we can book their schedules and free it up, we may see Allison and Keith on the links before too long.
It could be interesting.
That'll be a good time.
Yes,
Thanks,
it will.
Rich.
All right. Thanks, Rich.
All right, folks, once again, we leave you with the number CP&L for the latest power outages. If you have a power outage to report, you can call that number. About 30,000 people across the state without power at this hour. A recap of our top story coming up after the break.
New pictures from crews just in.
Welcome back, WPD News Channel 15, keeping you covered severe weather in our area. We have some new pictures into the station right now to show you.
That's right. We have shots there. As you see, there are a large tree down. That's on Edisto between Cherokee and Palmetto. There you see the roots exposed. We have reports of a lot of trees down across the area. Trees ripped right out of the ground. As you see there, a man is trying to move the top of a roof, which was blown off. That's on Second Loop Road in Florence. Again, the severe thunderstorm came through and possibly spawned a tornado. There were reports from law enforcement and emergency management. That's Sedgefield Apartments over on Second Loop Road, and windows blown out there. We also had at Westchester Apartments reports of windows blown out and sliding glass doors blown out as well.
Yeah, all those pictures, of course, coming to you from Florence, and that's where we're seeing most of the damage tonight. And again, most of the power outages in Florence. Ed Piotrowski and Doppler 15 joining us now with the latest. Ed.
All right, thanks a lot, Keith and Allison. Everyone can breathe a sigh of relief because things are getting much quieter across the eastern part of South Carolina. Still some lingering rainfall over eastern Florence, Marion, southern Dillon, even into Georgetown and central and western parts of Horry County. Still a few thunderstorms located over the extreme eastern parts of Horry County, but they're moving on out to sea. Just a little bit of lightning. We're not anticipating any hail or wind damage at this point in time. And all this activity, even the rain, will be out to sea and long gone within the next hour or two. So the bottom line, folks, you can go to bed and not have to worry about any thunderstorms regenerating, producing any kind of hail or strong winds. Very welcome rains across the area. Some locations picking up a couple of inches of rain. Many areas also picking up a large amount of hail, very large hail at times, and very gusty winds. And once again, to recap for you, perhaps a tornado touching down in central Florence briefly, producing damage there. But everything else at this point in time is nice and quiet, and we expect it to be that way overnight tonight. Keith and Allison?
Well, that is certainly good news.
I'll tell you what, we asked for rain, we got it.
Yes, we did.
We'll
And
never
in some
ask again.
areas, I know I called my house, they said we haven't gotten a drop. So
Amazing.
I'm hoping by now maybe we have gotten some. Don't want the severe weather.
Yeah.
We do need the rain.
We're about to wrap things up, folks, but just want to recap again. No injuries that we're aware of right now across the area. Most of the damage to trees, some down on houses, and also the cars from the hail that came in the area earlier tonight.
And a lot of windows blown out of houses as well and apartments around.
WPD News Channel 15 and Doppler 15 will keep you informed throughout tomorrow morning here on News Channel 15 for all the latest, and of course tomorrow throughout the day. We thank you for joining us for our comprehensive coverage tonight on News Channel 15.
That's right, and join us 5:30 in the morning. Good Morning Carolinas throughout the morning and throughout tomorrow on all of the latest on the severe weather. We leave you now with some pictures from tonight. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.